Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of biology. Today we are going to continue our study on the transport system. Today we are looking at the structure of the heart. Okay, the heart is a very vital organ in the human body, the main pump. Okay, that's what pumps for blood to different parts of our body for delivery of different materials, the nutrients, oxygen, okay, and the removal of nitrogenous waste materials from the body. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy. Do not forget that this tutorial, this video series, they are brought to you by the O3SCHOOLS JAMB CBT practice application. Okay, if you have made a decision that you want to pass your exam once and for all and never repeat JAMB again in your life, okay, download the app immediately, activate it to gain the full benefits. We'll talk about the app in a moment. Let us see a JAMB past question from the O3SCHOOLS JAMB app. This is a 2005 question number 17. It is being displayed on your screen. It says that the only vein that carries pure oxygenated blood is the only vein that carries pure oxygenated blood is the A says the renal vein, B says the pulmonary vein, C says the hepatic vein, D says the sciatic vein. All right, so we'll answer this question and many more questions. You know how we do it at the end of the class and never before, because at O3Schools, we pride in giving you value first. Let us teach you first. We believe that once we have taught you, answering questions will become as easy as A, B, C. All right, so please ensure you download this application. Okay, download this application from Play Store, the O3Schools JAMB CBT application. It has everything you need to succeed in your exam. All the past questions are present on the app under the practice for UTME. Once you download the app, click on practice for UTME, you see all the past questions on the application there. What's more, there's a classroom feature with JAMB syllabus and lecture notes structured according to the JAMB syllabus. Some of you do not read with your JAMB syllabus, and that's a problem. Okay, so please ensure you study with your JAMB syllabus so that if you have the application, you will not have any need to go and buy textbooks because there are lecture notes already on the application. What's more, question search feature. Just like the way we brought this question out just now, I just went to question search. I click on question search. I click on the subject biology, and I put a keyword there. I put the heart, and questions under the heart that JAMB has said for all the previous past questions came out. The importance is that it makes me to understand how the examiner thinks. Okay, then there's also a mock challenge, a UTME challenge on the application every Saturday by 10 a.m. where all students who have registered for JAMB come to the application to compete with each other to win amazing prizes. But that is not the catch. The major reason why we do that challenge is to bring out competitiveness in you, okay, to make you master JAMB past question, master JAMB likely exam question, familiarize yourself with how JAMB said that question. And of course, at the end of each challenge, we'll release your result just like JAMB. So you know go they fear when they say JAMB don't release result. Oh, you know go they fear because you have participated in series of mock exams. You have seen your results, so you are confident that you will succeed. Okay, so please do ensure you download the application, download it, activate it. Activation fee is not even up to the price of rice and chicken in a good restaurant. Do not be stingy to yourself. Okay, do not be stingy. Download it, activate it, start using it, and be diligent with it. You will give your testimony. Okay, so if you want to activate, send a message to this number on WhatsApp. The app is available for your laptops, okay, and it's available for your Android phones, okay, and very soon I'm sure you have it on your iPhones also. Okay, so please, if you want to download for your laptop, send a message to this number on WhatsApp 09121515246. If you want to pay for your activation, also send a message to this number on WhatsApp. Okay, so before we begin, disclaimer, these videos that we offer, they are all for free. Okay, let no one tell you that what you are paying for this. I heard someone is collecting 10,000 naira from students to get these videos. They are completely free, accessible on all our social media platforms, Facebook, TikTok, and of course YouTube. All right, so please do not be scammed. Let us look at the heart today. Okay, so we'll talk about how the heart pumps blood, talk about the blood vessels in the last class. Okay, the arteries, the veins, the capillaries. We'll talk about how the heart pumps blood, okay, and then how it is being taken. That blood, which is oxygenated blood, is being taken by the arteries away from the heart, okay, and then it travels, okay, to a series of networks, the arterioles, from the arterioles, the capillaries, okay, gas exchange happens at that point, okay, then the veins begin to take the deoxygenated blood back to the heart. Okay, we talked about that in the last class. So if you have not watched that class, you have no business here. All right, go and look for that last episode, watch it, and then come back. So today we want to look at the heart. We want to look at the heart proper. All right, so we already know what are the few pointers that we know. Please excuse me, take my duster, my wiper. So the few pointers that we know here is that the heart is the main, okay, pump, okay, organ of what? Of the body, okay? It is, in fact, it's the pump organ. It's not like me, because there's nothing else pumps, okay, pumps blood, okay, apart from the heart. So the heart is the main pump organ of what? Of the body. It's the main pump organ of the body, okay? A few years ago when I was teaching this topic somewhere, when I drew this with a heart, I said, this is your heart. One of the students stood up and said, sir, this is not my heart. I hope this is not your heart. This is not for illustration. Okay, with the heart. You see my right ventricle. Okay, supposed to at least come this way like this. Okay, but you understand with the diagram, all right? So you can go to your textbook and check online for a proper diagram of the heart. Okay, so let's just go back to what we're doing. So the heart is the main pump organ of what? Of the human body. Where is it located? It is located in the thoracic cavity. Thoracic cavity, or the one we call the chest cavity. The chest cavity, okay? It's located in the thoracic cavity, or the one we call the chest cavity, right? And it is protected. The heart is protected by the rib cage. It is protected by the rib cage, and it is found, the heart is found, or it is situated, it is protected by the rib cage, and it is situated, or it is found. Where can you find the heart? You can find the heart between the lungs, okay? You find the heart between the lungs. Okay, so it is situated between the lungs. Okay, so what have we said so far? The heart is the main pump organ of the body. It is located in the thoracic cavity or the chest cavity, and then it is protected by the rib cage and situated between the lungs, just around the center of the chest, to the left, close to your close to your breastbone. Okay, to the left side, not to the right. Okay, the center of your chest to the left. Okay, closer to your breastbone. That's where you see the heart. All right. So now, what more do we need to know about the heart? The heart is like the size of a fist. For a small child, okay, the heart is like this, looks like this, okay? You know how your fist is now, okay? That's for a child. While for an adult, it is the size of a clenched fist, like this, okay? This is how the heart is for For adults, okay? For a child, like this. For adults, a clenched fist. Okay, so these are some of the things we have known about the heart. All right. Then, of course, the heart also has specialized tissue called the cardiac muscle. Okay, it has a specialized tissue called the cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle. Okay, so the heart has a specialized tissue called the cardiac muscle. What does this cardiac muscle do? Okay, the cardiac muscle ensures that the heart keeps beating. Okay, this cardiac muscle ensures that the heart keeps beating from the very first heartbeat that you have as a human being up to the very last heartbeat without tiring. T-I-R-I-N-G. They tire. Its work is to complete it, to continue beating. Okay, so the heart has specialized tissue called the cardiac muscle, which ensures that our heart keeps beating from the very first beat, very first beat to the last. Okay, without tiring. This means that the cardiac muscle has a rhythmic beat. Okay, it beats constantly contracting and relaxing. Boom, boom. It beats, it contracts, it relaxes. It contracts, it relaxes. It continues like that until our very last breath. Okay, so that is about the cardiac muscle. All right. Also, the heart is protected, okay, by the pericardium. Pericardium. Take note of this. The heart is protected by the what? By the pericardium. This pericardium is a fluid-filled sac. Fluid. F-L-U. Fluid-filled sac. Okay, it is a fluid-filled sac. Okay, that protects the heart. Okay, from infection. It protects the heart from infection. Okay, what's more, okay, it prevents the heart from overfilling. Overfilling. It prevents the heart from overfilling. Overfilling with what? Overfilling with blood. Okay, so it prevents the heart from overfilling with blood. It protects the heart from infection. Prevent the heart from overfilling with blood. It even reduces friction. Reduces friction. Okay, so it reduces friction between the heart and the other organs that are situated around the heart. Okay, it reduces of friction between the heart and the other organs that are situated around the heart. Please take note of that. And also, very importantly, it helps to keep the heart in its position. Okay, it helps to keep the heart fixed in its what position. That is why you can be running. That is why you can be jogging. That is why you can be doing physical activities and your heart will not jump out of your body. It will remain fixed in its what position. Okay, so that is just an introduction to the what to the heart. Okay, we'll talk about quite a number of things. Those looks like the size of a fist, okay, like a clenched fist for an adult. Okay, we say it has specialized tissue called the cardiac muscle. All right, we said it is protected by the pericardium. All right, and we say it is located at the thoracic cavity or the chest cavity. All these things are things you're supposed to know. You're supposed to be wrapping them. You're supposed to be in your number 6. They are very simple questions that can be asked from here. So please do not joke with it. Okay, so very importantly, I discovered that some of you watch this video, you do not like, you do not comment, you do not subscribe to the channel, you do not share. Very importantly, some of you will say, in my family, we know they share video. We know want make another person pass. So, okay, very wrong thing to do. Okay, so please like this video from wherever you are watching it. Share to your classmates, share to your class groups, share to your JAMB, whether you are attending a JAMB lesson, share. Let everybody keep on learning and succeeding. Like, very importantly, comment. Encourage me now. Say, Commander, thank you so much for what you are doing. We appreciate. Okay, drop lovely comments. Share. If you are watching this from Facebook, let this video, if this video does not have at least 300 or 1,000 shares, you should know what rest. Okay, so please keep sharing our contents. Okay, so now that is all about introduce what the heart. Now I want to look at the structure, the anatomy of the heart proper. Okay, the anatomy of the heart proper. Okay, so as you can see very well from this diagram on the board, if you look at the structure of the heart very well, you discover that there are chambers. There are chambers, okay, in the heart. Okay, so the heart the heart has chambers. It has chambers, and very importantly, there are 4 chambers in the heart. The human heart has 4 chambers. 4 chambers. Okay, so we have 2 upper chambers. 2 upper chambers. Okay, then we also have 2 lower chambers. 2 lower chambers. Okay, so the heart has 2 upper chambers, and then it also has 2 lower chambers. Okay, so the upper chambers, okay, they are called the receiving chambers. Please take note. The upper chambers, they are called the receiving chambers. If we are writing right there, it's called the receiving chamber. Okay, what happens here is that this upper chamber, they receive blood. Okay, they receive blood. Okay, so we say that there are 4 chambers. Okay, in the human heart, 2 upper chambers called the upper chambers that receive blood, and then 2 lower chambers, okay, that are called the pumping chambers. They are called the pumping chambers. Okay, these pumping chambers, they pump blood. From the word pumping, they pump blood. Okay, so we have 2 upper chambers that receive blood. They will now have what, 2 lower chambers that pumps what, blood. Please take note of what, of that. 2 upper chambers that receive blood, 2 lower chambers that pumps blood. Now, the upper chambers, these ones that receive blood, they are called the atria. Okay, the upper chambers, this one that receive blood, they are called the atria. A-T-R-I-A. Okay, A-T-R-I-A. The upper chambers that receive blood, they are called the the atria. A-T-R-I-A. That is what plural. Singular is what is atrium. Singular is A-T-R-I-U-M. Atrium. Okay, for singular. Okay, plural is what is atria. So the upper chamber that receive what? That receive what? Blood. Okay, they are called what? The atria. Singular is what is atrium. Okay, so also it's very important to know that the heart, as you can see from here, the heart has 4 chambers, 2 upper chambers, 2 lower chambers. Okay, like we have said, and then the heart is also bifurcated. It's bifurcated into right and left. Okay, just imagine like I'm drawing a line down like this. Okay, we have the right, we have what the right, we have what the left. Okay, we have the right, we have the left. Okay, so the heart is bifurcated. B-I-F-U-R-C-A-T-E-D. Bifurcated means divided into 2, okay, or divided into forks. For those of you who are into crypto, okay, you know when they say that a crypto project experiences a fork is divided into 2 distinct projects. Okay, all right, running with with different visions. Okay, so that is forks in crypto. Okay, so we can relate it, the analogy, to bifurcation, okay, of the heart. That means that the heart is divided into the left side. We also have the right side. We have the left side, we have the right side of the heart. Okay, please take note of of the heart. Now, because the heart is bifurcated, it is divided into 2. That means this receiving chambers, this chamber that receive blood, okay, we have that is called atria. We have 2 sides to it, okay, one on the left, one on the right. Okay, so we have the left atria, we have the right atria. Okay, sorry, it will not be atria now, it will not be atrium, because this one is plural, this one is is singular. So we have the right atrium, we have the left atrium. Now, the right atrium, please take note of this. All right, the right atrium, which is the upper chamber. Remember, the upper chambers are called the atrium. Okay, the atria rather. Now, the right atria receives right atria. Okay, atrium rather now. Right atrium, this one receives oxygen poor blood. Please take note of that. Okay, the right atrium receives oxygen poor blood. You know what oxygen poor blood means, right? That means blood that does not have oxygen, blood that has more of CO2, carbon dioxide, than oxygen. So the right atrium receives oxygen poor blood. That is, it receives the oxygenated blood. Okay, so oxygen poor blood is exactly what I was talking about. When we talk about in the last episode, it means what? It means deoxygenated blood. Blood that lacks oxygen. Blood that does not have oxygen. Okay? That is what the right atrium receives. While the left atrium receives oxygenated blood. That means oxygen-rich blood. The left atrium, okay, it receives now oxygen-rich blood. Okay, and this oxygen-rich blood is called the one we call the oxygenated blood. Please take note of that. Okay, so we have talked about the heart being divided into 4 chambers. Okay, the 2 upper chambers, 2 lower chambers. 2 upper chambers are called the receiving chamber that receive blood, which are called the atria. Okay, and since the heart is bifurcated into the left and the right, we have the left atrium and the right atrium. The right atrium receives oxygen poor blood, which is deoxygenated blood, while the left atrium receives oxygen rich blood, known as oxygenated blood. I hope you are following. Wonderful. Now we have seen the upper chamber called the atria. Now the 2 lower chambers, they are called the ventricles. Please take note of all this. Okay, so the 2 lower chambers, okay, the two lower chamber, as let us see the atrium here. So we have what the right atrium here, the right atrium, we have what the left atrium here, okay? So left and right atrium, okay? Now, those are the upper chamber. Then the lower chambers, okay? The lower chambers, the two lower chambers are called the ventricles, okay? They are for what? For pumping blood. We talked about that. They are for pumping what? Blood, okay? So since the heart is bifurcated also, that means we are going to have the what? The right ventricle. Also, we are going to have what? The what? The left what? Ventricle, okay? Please take note of that. Okay, so we have the right ventricle, then we have what? The left ventricle, okay? Now, remember in the last class, okay, we talked about what? The veins, okay? We talk about the blood vessels in general, the arteries taking the blood away from the oxygenated blood away from the heart, okay, branching up toward the arteries as they get closer to the cells, and then from there, okay, the arteries keep branching out until they get to a point where they are one single cell thick. The ones we now call the capillaries. We say capillaries, they are the smallest vessels. They are the smallest and thinnest vessels that are one single cell thick. Okay, so from there, we now talk about what gaseous exchange happening, and then what all the oxygen is replaced with what carbon dioxide. The blood vessels will now have what more carbon dioxide than oxygen. Then the veins will carry what that blood, that deoxygenated blood now back to the heart. Okay, we talked about that in the last class if you remember vividly. So we said, that's why I said, if you missed that last class, go and watch it first, then come back and continue with us here. Okay, so now the veins will now take what the deoxygenated blood back to the heart. Okay, so as the veins get to the heart, okay, they will join up with what we call what two large veins in our body. Okay, they will join up with two large veins. They will unite with two large veins in our body that we call the vena cava. Okay, they will unite with two large veins in our body called the vena cava. This vena cava, all right, we have two type of vena cava. We have the superior vena cava, then we have the inferior vena cava. Okay, please take note of all of this. All right, so we have the superior vena cava, and then we have what the inferior vena cava. So remember, the vein, as it is coming back to the heart, it carries what? The oxygenated blood. It carries the oxygenated blood. Okay, so when it gets to the heart and it has merged with these two large veins called the superior vena cava, or called the vena cava in general, all right, then it will get poured to the right side of the atrium. That deoxygenated blood will get poured to the right side of the atrium. Okay, so it gets poured here now to the right side of the atrium. Okay, that deoxygenated blood that is coming, okay, from the vein after it has merged with this vena cava, all right, it now gets poured to the right side of the atrium. Okay, please take note of that. All right, so now what does the superior vena cava do? The superior vena cava carries blood from the upper part. It receives blood from the upper parts. Okay, take note of that. Superior vena cava receives deoxygenated blood. Deoxygenated blood from the upper part. Okay, so that I will not need to write again. The inferior vena cava receives deoxygenated blood, okay, from the lower part. Okay, it carries deoxygenated blood from the lower part. The superior from the upper part. Okay, the inferior from the lower part, and then this deoxygenated blood now together they get poured into the right side of the atrium. When they get poured to the right side of the atrium, from the right side of the atrium, okay, through the help of the tricuspid valve. This tricuspid valve, it controls blood flow between the right atrium and the right ventricle. Please take note of that. The tricuspid valve, TRI, okay. The tricuspid valve, that is this tricuspid valve. Okay, it controls blood flow. It controls blood flow between the right atrium and the right ventricle. Okay, it controls blood flow between the right atrium and the right ventricle. Please take note of what of that. So the blood gets poured into the right atrium, and then from the right atrium it goes to the what to the right what ventricle. Okay, I hope that is very, very clear. All right. Therefore, at this stage, okay, we now have what? All of the deoxygenated blood that is coming from the vein now what present at where now? At the right ventricle, because this is where we are now, okay? But of course, we now have, in the right ventricle, we have what? Deoxygenated blood. We have a collection of deoxygenated blood. But what does our body need? Does our body need oxygenated blood or deoxygenated blood? Okay, you know that our body needs what? Oxygenated blood to be able to function properly, because our cells needs oxygen for respiration. Okay, so for that singular purpose, we need to what? Get rid. We need to get rid of what? Of the CO2 present in this deoxygenated blood. Okay, and what? Be replaced with what? With oxygen, so that our cells can use it for what? For respiration. So how do we achieve what this? Okay, so now what now happens is that what? That the right ventricle, which is this right ventricle, you know, they are the what? They are the two lower what chambers. Okay, that pump what blood. Okay, the upper chambers, like we say, the two upper chambers called the atria. Okay, what they do is what? To receive blood. The two lower chambers called what? The ventricles, is to what? To pump blood. So the right ventricle will now pump this deoxygenated blood to the what? To the lungs. It will pump this deoxygenated blood to the lungs. Okay, now at the lungs, okay, at the lungs, all right, there even before we talk about what this are the lungs, okay, there are two very special vessels. Okay, two very special vessels that play a very vital role, that play a very key role in what? In what? Exchanging what? That what? Deoxygenated blood for what? For oxygenated blood, and taking it back to the what? To the heart, where it is what? Where it is needed. All right, for proper functioning of what? Of our cells. Those two very vital blood vessels are called pulmonary arteries, and then we have the pulmonary veins. Please take note of what? Of these two vessels. Okay, this is where an examiner will most likely want to what? Want to catch you, because you are not paying attention, or because you do not understand the anatomy of the heart very well. Okay, so now remember the right ventricle, the deoxygenated blood is now present at the right ventricle. Okay, so now what now happens? The right ventricle will pump the blood to the what? To the what? To the lungs, through the pulmonary arteries. Through the pulmonary arteries. This right ventricle will pump blood to the lungs through the what? Through the pulmonary what? Arteries. Okay, and we know that arteries do not what? Carry deoxygenated blood. Okay, they carry what? They carry oxygenated blood. From the last episode, that's why I say, if you have not watched last episode, go and watch it. Okay, so the arteries primarily carry what? Oxygenated blood away from the heart. Okay, to the what? To the tissues. Okay, it does not what? Carry deoxygenated blood, but this very special blood vessel called the pulmonary artery, okay, it carries what? The oxygenated blood to the lungs. Please take note of that. So the function of this pulmonary artery is to carry oxygen poor blood. Oxygen poor blood, or deoxygenated blood. Okay, it carries deoxygenated blood. This pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood to the lungs. Okay, so now right ventricle has pumped what? The blood. It has taken what? To the lungs through the help of what? Of this pulmonary what? Artery. That's why we say this pulmonary artery is very special, because arteries do not carry deoxygenated blood, and they carry what? Deoxygenated blood away from the what? From the heart. Okay, to the tissues. Okay, but this pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood to the lungs. To the lungs. Okay, so now when the blood now gets to the lungs, what happens? Something we call gaseous exchange happens. Gaseous exchange happens. Okay, gaseous exchange what happens. Why does gaseous exchange happen there? Because at the lung, there's something very special there called the alveoli. Alveoli, okay? Alveoli, A-L-V-E-O-L-I, okay? So gaseous exchange what happens at what? At that point, and then the oxygen, okay? Sorry, the carbon dioxide present in the deoxygenated blood that is carried or that is being pumped by the right ventricle and carried by the pulmonary artery is exchanged for oxygen that we need, all right? And then now, the pulmonary vein now carry that oxygen-rich blood or oxygenated blood, okay, back to the what? To the heart, all right? So, you see now, pulmonary veins do not carry oxygenated blood. Veins carry deoxygenated blood to the heart, okay? Remember for the last episode? Yes. But these pulmonary veins, okay, they carry what? Oxygenated blood back to the heart. When they come to the heart, they get poured, okay, in the what? In the left atrium, okay? They get poured in the left atrium here. Once they get poured in the left atrium here, then with the help of this bicuspid valve controls the flow of blood between the left atrium and the left ventricle. Tricuspid valve controls the flow of blood between what? The right atrium and the right ventricle. So this oxygenated blood that is coming, that is being carried by these pulmonary veins, okay, will get poured in what? In the left atrium, and then from the left atrium, through the help of the bicuspid valve, it gets to the what? To the left ventricle. Okay, so the left ventricle will now pump the blood to different part of what? Of our body for what? For usage. Okay, so that is the end of the story. Okay, so pulmonary veins will carry oxygenated blood to the what? To the left atrium. From the left atrium, it gets to the what? To the left ventricle. The left ventricle pumps the blood to various parts of our body. Okay, so the two lower chambers, which are the ventricles, they pump blood. The major function is to pump blood. But another important thing you should note here is that the walls of what? Of the left ventricle, they are more muscular than that of the what? Right ventricle. Why? Because the right ventricle is pumping blood to the lungs, just to the lungs. Okay, but the left ventricle is pumping it to different part of the body. Okay, so that is why, because it performs more work, okay, it's more muscular. The walls of what? Of the left ventricle are more muscular than that of what? Of the right ventricle. Okay, I hope you have what? Enjoyed yourself marvelously well. Okay, so now without wasting more time, please like, share, subscribe, drop comments, and of course we're now going to what? Go to what? To answer questions, to cement our understanding, and that is where the O3 Schools JAMB app comes into play. After you have studied something like this, you need what? Questions to what? To see how an examiner is thinking. How will he set his question? How will I be able to navigate any question that comes when it comes to what? Transport system or the anatomy of the heart? Okay, this is where it is done. Download the O3 Schools JAMB app immediately on your phone or on your laptop or on your iPhone and start practicing immediately. Okay, activate it. Do not be delayed. Do not wait for any delay. Okay, so let us go to the O3 Schools JAMB app now, answer questions, and we are out of here. I'll give you an assignment also. Please make sure you comment the answers of the assignment below what? The comment section of this video. Okay, so let us see the first question. 2005 number 17. 2005 number 17. They say the only vein that carries pure oxygenated blood. Pure oxygenated blood. Pure oxygenated blood is what? Is the pulmonary what? Vein. Okay. Remember, arteries carry oxygenated blood away from the heart to the tissues. Okay. Pulmonary veins carry oxygenated blood from the lungs to the what? To the heart. Please take note of what of that. Take note of what of that. All right. So the only vein that carry pure veins do not carry oxygenated blood. They carry deoxygenated blood. But the only vein that carries oxygenated blood is pulmonary vein. Okay. So you understand. A says renal vein, B says pulmonary vein, C says hepatic vein, D says sciatic vein. Correct answer there is what? Is B, pulmonary vein. Let us see. 2021 number 10 from the O3 Schools JAMB app. It is being displayed on your screen. They said, which of the following statements about the circulation of blood is not correct? Which of the following statements about the circulation of blood is not correct? A says, the oxygenated blood flow into the heart through the vena cava. Does the oxygenated blood flow through the heart through the vena cava? Okay. Does it? Correct. Okay. It does, right? it does very well because, like I was saying, the veins, as they are coming, okay, as they are coming back with that deoxygenated blood in the last episode, I told you that what it joins up with what? Two large veins in the body called what? Sorry, I didn't talk about the aorta. The aorta is the largest artery in the human body. So as this blood, okay, as this oxygenated blood gets to the what? To the left ventricle from the left atrium, this pulmonary veins, as it's carrying this oxygenated blood back to the heart, okay, as it gets to the left atrium, to the what? And then to the left ventricle, it gets pumped to different parts of the body through what? This large artery called the aorta. The largest artery in the human body is called the aorta. Please take note of this. So, all right? Okay? So please take note of this. Then I've not talked about. I've talked about the superior vena cava and the inferior vena cava, the transcubic valve, biscubic valve, okay? Right atrium, left atrium, pulmonary veins, okay? So I've talked about all of them. So which of the following is statement about the circulation of blood is not correct? A says the oxygenated blood flow into the heart through the vena cava. Yes, it does. Okay, it goes to the heart through the vena cava. Okay, because the superior vena cava will carry what? The oxygenated blood from the upper part. The inferior vena cava will carry the oxygenated blood from the what? From the lower part. They will get poured to the what? To the right atrium. For the right atrium, it gets to the right ventricle. For the right ventricle, it gets pumped through the pulmonary arteries to the what? To the lungs. Beautiful. A is correct. B says blood is pumped out of the heart through the aorta. Very correct. Okay, so this blood that gets to this what left what ventricle. Okay, where is it? This left ventricle. Okay, it gets what pumped to different parts of the body through what? The aorta. C says oxygenated blood is carried to the left atrium or the left auricle from the lungs. Oxygenated blood is carried to the left what? Atrium from the lung. Very correct, because the pulmonary veins is what carry those oxygenated blood to the left atrium or the left auricle. Okay, through the what? Through the lungs. All right, so please take note here. Atrium is also called auricle. Okay, it's also called auricle. Now, D says, that means D will be the answer. D says oxygenated blood enters the lungs through the pulmonary vein. Okay. No. Does it enter the lungs through the pulmonary vein? No. It is the pulmonary artery that carries the oxygenated blood, okay, to the lung. It's not oxygenated. D is saying the oxygenated blood enters the lungs. Okay, what carries blood to the lungs is not even vein. Okay, it is what? It is the artery, the pulmonary what artery that does that. Okay, so that means D, the correct answer. 2015, number 39. Use the diagram below to answer this question. The part labeled 1, that is I. I there is what? Obviously, pulmonary what? Artery. Okay? Okay? The part labeled what? 1. Okay? That's what? Pulmonary what? Artery. A says pulmonary artery, B says biscubic valve, C aorta, D says vena cava. Correct answer there is what? Option A. Okay? So now, 2024, number 28. Before your assignment, it said the biscubic valve is located between. A says biscubic valve is between, it controls blood flow between the left atrium and the left ventricle. Okay, so left and left ventricle. A say left auricle, left ventricle, correct. B say right auricle, right ventricle, wrong. C say left and right auricles. D say left and right ventricle, very wrong, very wrong. Correct answer is option A. Your assignment, quickly take 2007, number 9. 2007, number 9. Go to the app, search for that, and answer that question. And then also take 2019. Okay, is that 2009? Okay, 2009, number 19 as your assignment. And then take 2024. 2024, number 27 as your assignment also. Okay, so please keep reading, be diligent, be serious. All right, this army is an army of successors. Okay, so tell someone out there to join the O3 Schools Army today. Okay, because you are going to succeed in whatever you do. Download our application from Play Store and what? Start your practice now. Your success is at your fingertips. See you there. Thank you for watching.